But then the monkey wasn't driving the bus. He was sitting on the driver's lap and pretending and brightening everybody's day by being a jolly little monkey.
As they hurtled down the mountain roads.
And the driver got sacked, apparently, which was really sad. Because even though the passengers were quite happy with it, the employers thought that it wasn't very safety conscious. And that's about it, really. I'm going to throw that story out to Bicky in Semaphore because she was absolutely crying with laughter watching that on repeat, because it was the sort of little video clip that does indeed brighten your day.
Check 1, 2. Got something I need to get off my chest. Check it, punkers are monkey flipping with the funky rhythms I be kicking. The clock on the time bomb is ticking away.
So get a move on.
Hands are full of
questions. Shall I proceed?
Yes, indeed.
2003, it really seemed to me an independent thought was rarer than a useful degree. Now 2004, more than ever before, we have to ask a Sunday supplement to see what we saw. They sensationalise lies, fuck the facts, they're full of shit like the bargain rail at TK Maxx. In fact, back in the Stone Age, people worship the sun, and after 20,000 years, you might have thought that we'd have moved on. From the start of the Daily Mail, it's just like scapegoat fiction, mind camp with pictures. They think that immigrants all hang around in mobs outside our workplaces and wait to steal our jobs.
Give me a bloody job.
Honky, please, go trim your bonsai trees. I better give you these for brain disease. It's such an irony that when you're unwell, you ask for patient medication off a Dr. Patel, not bad.
They say, seek and you shall find. Never dippy when I tape and rewind. They say, open your mind. Blind or following the plan is just like monkey, monkey, monkey. See monkey do, and that's what they do. They read the media.
And what they feed ya?
You tell them what they want to hear and they believe you.
Doctor, I'm experiencing a major malady. It's an actual allergy to TV, and excuse me, but don't we seem to be glued to it? We're sucking second-hand experiences through it. We're sold a life sentence dressed up as a lifestyle that have the guile to rile, queue like sheep for single file to buy the latest piece of shit paraded through our living rooms. Believe the latest twisted fact, we crap, we give it goes in, it goes on. This media mind manipulation, prescribing the day-to-day life of our nation as the spotlight highlights what it likes. It mixes up the truth with the lies in the half-life. Police camera action is based on the assumption that the cops are never wrong. Shows them like a pen of a truth among the sick public. So think we can't look after ourselves. This is now not a story by George Orwell.
They say, seek and you shall find. Never dippy when I tape and rewind. They say, open your mind. Blind or following the plan is just like monkey, monkey, monkey. See monkey do, and that's what they do. They see the media.
And what they feed ya?
You show them what they want to see and they believe you.
So why we sit around and laugh at the old? How come we always gotta follow the new? People act like they don't know. I gotta wonder now if they do. Say boop, say them and them read it in the magazine. Say boop, say them and them see it on the TV screen. Say boop, say trading one for another. They come in one year, then they go out the other. If you could see the you that I see when I see you see me, then you see it also differently. Believe me, hear me say, seek and you should find. Blind and following the blind is just like monkey, monkey, monkey. See monkey do, and that's what they do. They read the media.
And what they feed ya?
You tell them what they want to hear and they believe
Monkey,
you.
monkey, monkey. See monkey do. I see me, see you.
If you could see the you that I see when I see you sleeping and you see yourself so differently, believe me. Yes.
Sonic Boom 6, Monkey See, Monkey Do, and before that, Monkey Man by Toots the Maytals for the bus driving monkey. And his mate. It's the Liquidizer. And next story is about a man in Ireland, in Dublin, who was thrown out of a Shania Twain concert for dancing too much.
I like the way you say Shania, like schnozzle.
Shania. I didn't even know I did say Shania, like schnozzle.
I really like this story just because I like the rant that he goes into about it. So apparently the dude was using one or two swear words, and he was dancing very excitedly, enjoying the concert, and the guards escorted him out, and he spent a whole night in the cells just for like being a bit over exuberant at a Shania concert, and he was put before the Dublin District Court, where the judge told him he was a bit long in the tooth to be carrying on like that, and made him pay a €200 charity donation. But the rant that he goes on about, he says, I was only dancing, I was enjoying the music, and the steward came up and told me to sit down. There was a standing area and I was in the seated area, but I wasn't in anybody's way or stopping anyone from seeing the concert. The steward was a real Jobsworth who took umbrage at me for some reason. There was real overkill there. So apparently he was told off by the steward, and then the steward went and got the guards. I mean, that does sound pretty intense. I've seen much worse behaviour at gigs I go to every single week. And not by myself.
What gets me about this is I can't imagine flailing and really, it's a Shania Twain. I wonder what song it was.
Well, apparently the sergeant told the court that the dude was difficult and obstructive, and all the so on top of the fact that he'd been the actual charges that were read out were around disorderly and resisting arrest. So apparently he had a right go. But the best thing about this is that he says, I know one thing, I'll never be at a concert in Dublin again, but it won't stop me from going to concerts or enjoying myself at other places.
Here comes Nicholas, fiddle in hand. Dance, idiot, dance. Into a world that he can't understand. Dance, idiot, dance. You can't keep pace with the master race. His feet are going all over the place. He can't see his moves 'cause there's egg on his face. Dance, idiot, dance. His body's as stiff as a cold lasagna. Dance, idiot, dance. 'Cause all he knows is rule Britannia. Dance, idiot, dance. His rhythm's so bad that we're supposing maybe it's 'cause his legs are frozen. Shouldn't be wearing lederhosen. Dance, idiot, dance. Cynical look in his eye. Dance, idiot, dance. Arms akimbo, slapping his thigh. Dance, idiot, dance. He wrinkles his snout at a likely wench. We've censored her answer and pardoned her French. It's hard for your average ubermensch. Dance, idiot, dance. Old Nicholas got up today. Dance, idiot, dance. To Cecil Sharp House he made his way. Dance, idiot, dance. Wore his uniform just to impress and said this must be the place, I guess, for joining the EFTSS. Dance, idiot, dance.
Chumbawamba, dance, idiot, dance.
For the dude who got thrown out of the Shania Twain concert in Dublin. So what we do on the Liquidizer every Tuesday evening is we talk about stories that people have put up on our Facebook page, the Liquidizer on Wow FM, and we play tunes relating to them, and you can post away to your heart's content, and we'll make wonderful things happen with your stories.
We will get round to them in due course.
And we've got a bit of a backlog because we've been doing CDs the last couple of times.
Because we had NBN problems. And so if you're a Radioactive International listener who's wondering why loads of shows are all posted up all at once in 1 week, it's because we got the NBN back and I thought I might as well just get them up.
We do like moaning about the internet, don't we?
So it's become Australia's favourite pastime.
That's true.
Apart from discussing the weather.
So talking of that, Mandy...
Casual racism.
Mandy in Happy Valley has been in touch.
Hello, Mand.
She's trying to listen, and it's buffering at the minute because the station actually has just transitioned to the NBN 2, so who knows what's going on. So big love going out.
Consider it a remix, Mandy.
Big love going out to Mandy anyway. Thank you for talking over me in the middle of that sentence. And now you're not going to say anything. So the next story is some dude swallowed a ring in a cunning attempt to steal a $40,000 diamond ring.
It's not a bad plan,
It's not. Apart from... what had happened was this tourist in Turkey, he grabbed it, tried to leave the shop by hiding it in his hand, but the jeweler became suspicious and locked the door, so then he put it in his mouth and swallowed it. The jeweler called the police. He said, I don't know what you're talking about, but he was caught on camera. And then they took him to hospital.
Sorry. UT, or yeah, I suppose it's UT. There's no dots between the letters. Ut or UT, I don't know. Swallow. It's good, that.
What was that about?
Bloke swallowing the ring.
Oh, yeah. So what I was going to say was apparently they had to take him to hospital and make him have a X-ray to prove that he'd stolen the ring. And I presume... Oh, and they actually... the Turkish media tracked the ring's journey through his body in real time. So everybody was waiting for very regular updates on the ring coming out of his ring.
All things shall pass.
That's the sort of story that we like here on the Liquidizer. Anything weird and wonderful, then you post it on our Facebook group.
Next story was just one of them, like one that makes you just shake your head with the idiocy of people. Catholic priest, probably high up in the Catholic Church, warning people about the evils of Reiki. So, just pots and kettles and all that, and just, I don't know where to begin unpacking this. So I'm just going to play this. You'll like this, Charlotte. So that was superstition for the Catholic priest who was saying about Reiki being evil. But I mean, the thing is, you don't have to actually touch people when you do Reiki, do you? Which is something many Catholic priests might a little leaf out of that book they might have taken.
Triple cream cuts for Christopher, goat cheese soda for Otis, Sizzler for June Marie, and listen, Wonka's got a new one today.
What is it?
This is called a Scrumdiddlyumptious bar.
Scrumdiddlyumptious bar? How does he do it?
My dear boy, do you ask a fish how it swims?
No.
Or a bird how it flies?
No.
No, sirree, you don't. They do it because they were born to do it. Just like Willy Wonka was born to be a candy man, and you look like you were born to be a Wonkerer. Who can take a sunrise, sprinkle it with dew, cover it in chocolate and a miracle or two?
Do you look like a Wonkerer, Charlotte?
Always.
The Candyman can.
So the next story comes from the UK, from Kansas, where they have just bought out...
From the UK? Kansas?
Sorry. The US. I told you I was tired. Kansas, where they have brought out candy canes in time for Christmas that taste like a bowl of macaroni and cheese.
Candyman can.
Yes, please.
I'd give it a go.
I would too.
With love that makes the world taste.
Here I come, gonna get you all with my boy, girl. Nick, nack, patty, whack. I'll give you down your phone, baby. Nick, nack, patty, whack. I'll give you down your phone, baby. I was used to head to the red man with a fork on for days. I'm with my man. To the red fry. My phone along. And I try some with a fork and a spoon. I got yoga bean low still all over my ass. Smoking in the bars and they give it the gas. I'm a cream from the street into Levi jeans. Gonna boss scene with a real hard beans. All of my McDonald's loves to be fine with this big mugga mugga like a chicken McNugget. Gonna stand up on the goose and a snooze caboose. Gonna give her a boost like a nigga fried chicken. Soup, goose, boop, go, look, little chick, goose, shoot, boop. Just flow low from the groin, some of these jeans, these people, these. I give you all your ball, baby. Nick, nack, patty, whack. I give you all your ball, baby. Kick it up, baby. Squirt some gravy. Make it run and run it. Pull a little flavor back from my grave. Humping real bros. Squeeze me macaroni, slap your face in my bologna. Squeeze me macaroni, slap your face in my bologna. Squeeze me macaroni, slap your face in my bologna. Squeeze me macaroni, slap your face in my. Spinach got a cream of corn, folks come with the eggs and the meal is long. Looking like a beginner, but I'm gonna be a hand with the lines and bust the bed. It's your boy idea, the three musketeers. Some Charles the tools and the real side quiz. All the money, got the money to be
giving you up, Charlotte.
Yeah, completely.
Mr. Bungle. Squeeze me macaroni.
I do like Mr. Bungle. It wasn't, you know, any slight on the music.
Still going on.
Festival, carnival. Fucking carnival, man.
There we go.
So we've got some more stories because that's what we do here on the Liquidizer. We talk about the stories that you've been posting on our Facebook group throughout the week. This next one is about a series of tiny, well, not tiny, but small Donald Trump statues, little busts of Donald that have been put around the streets of Brooklyn, encouraging dogs to pee on them. And you see, it's a really interesting idea for as a protest, but it's actually a marketing stunt. It was an advertising professional who placed the statues, which carry a plug for his branded content studio, around the park over the weekend. So on the one hand, it's a kind of good idea. On the other hand, it's just a smart marketing plan. What I found interesting, though, is as well as the sign that says "pee on me," because obviously dogs can't read, can they? Not that I know of. But they've been sprayed with a spray that's used to help dogs with their toilet training. I never even knew something like that existed. Mind-blowing.
Yeah, it is mind-blowing. I know Hunt Sabs used to spray some spray, didn't they, that would take the dogs off the scent. That was for similar purposes. You're putting a really funny face at me, Charlotte.
I was stifling another yawn. Right, thank you.
Oh, here, this will wake you up. This is Peeing Red. Get rad.
Rad! I've been rad! I've been rad!
Bananas in pajamas are coming down the stairs. Bananas in pajamas are coming down in pairs. Bananas in
There's a story
are chasing
about cats in pajamas, apparently.
The US Embassy in Canberra. It's a lovely picture that goes with the story of a cat in a lovely little fluffy dressing gown with a plate of chocolate chip cookies. Apparently, they apologised for a training error after a disturbing fake meeting invitation, complete with a photo of a pyjama-wearing cat, had been sent out. The email was entitled "Meeting," with the photo. Apparently, the cat's wearing a blue Cookie Monster outfit, rather than just a nice blue fleecy. And yeah, it was a complete mistake. I think a marvellous one.
A very good excuse to play this. You're mixing it seamlessly.
Oh, here we go.
people's not very swift to be hung. Some people do it, some see right through it. Some wear pajamas if only they knew it. And the pajama people are boring me to pieces. Feel like I am wasting my time. They all got flannel up and down them, a little trapdoor back around them, some cozy little footies on their mind. Pajama people, pajama people, people. They sure do make you sleepy with the things they might say. Pajama people, pajama people, people. Mother Mary and Joseph, I wish they'd all go away. Pajama people, it's a pajama people special. Take one home with you, save $1 today. Pajama people, pajama people, people. Wrap 'em up, roll 'em out, get 'em out of my way. Hey, in a hey, in a hey, in a hey. Hoy, hoy, hoy. Wrap 'em up, roll 'em out, get 'em out of my way. Hey, in a hey, in a hey, in a hey. Hoy, hoy, hoy. Wrap 'em up, roll 'em out, get 'em out of my way. Hey, in a hey, in a hey, in a hey. Hoy, hoy, hoy.
people's hot, and some people's cold, and some people's not very swift to behold. Some people do it, some see right through it, and some wear pajamas if only they knew it. The pajama people are boring me to pieces. They make me feel like I am wasting my time. They all got flannel up and down the arm, a little trapdoor back around the arm, and some cozy little footies on their mind. Pajama people, people. Lord, they make you sleepy with the things they might say. Pajama people, people. I wish they'd all go away. Pajama people special. Take one home with you and save $1 today. Pajama people. Wrap them up and roll them out. Get them out of my way. Hoy, hoy, hoy. Wrap them up and roll them out. Get them out of my way. Hoy, hoy, hoy. Wrap them up, roll them out. Get them out of my way. Hoy, hoy, hoy.
I've forgotten how good that was. My favourite Frank Zappa record, that. Pajama people. And before that I wrestled a bear once with cats in pyjamas. Oh, the cat's pyjamas.
And you can hear Amy cheering in the background there as she's getting ready to entertain you for the next 2 hours. Now, next week, we're busy off doing other things. Very important things that we'll report back to you when we get back. But remember, you can listen to all of the shows on radioactiveinternational.org, and there's heaps of good stuff happening over the week.
And to finish off, we got a story about mice being bred with 2 mothers.
And no father involved. You're being bred out of existence.
They've been saying that for years. They'll never breed me out of existence, mate, I tell you. I'm too valuable.
Is that right? 2 scientists said that the bimaternal 2 mama animals were healthy and went on to have pups of their own. But there was bad news for the all-male front. When the double dads were attempted, they died within 2 days of being born. Poor boys.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Shit happens. This is the Modettes.
Have a lovely week.
White Mice. See you in 2 weeks.
Young lady
Radioactive.
There's no ghost, there's no God. There's a perfectly rational explanation for any kind of phenomena you might encounter.
Radioactive.
Good evening. Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday so far. Worst day of the week. I haven't said that at the beginning of the show for a long time, for years. Worst day of the week, Tuesday.
But we're here to make it all better for you on this cold, wintry evening. I'm Charlotte.
I'm John.
And we are here every Tuesday evening on community radio, broadcasting out of the western suburbs of Adelaide in the traditional lands of the Kaurna people.
Thanks to Dave for the last 2 hours of Trash and Treasure, and we'll come back to Dave in just a mo. But we'll say that we're going to be playing a load of CDs tonight, just like it's the old days, because we've been having NBN-related technical issues in our house.
Thanks, Malk.
Yeah, thanks for that, Malcolm.
We've got the old traditional laundry basket of hits.
The laundry basket of hits. The laundry basket of hits hasn't been out for an awful long time, has it?
It hasn't. So I'm quite looking forward to giving it a little spin tonight. It does mean that we're going to be winging it. We don't know. Nobody knows what's going to happen this evening. And
we do warn you there may be the occasional swear or challenging concept throughout the course of the evening. There won't be the usual news story related shizzle this evening. But just stick with us. We'll have a bit of a chit chat with each other and play some hits from the laundry basket. And, in one of those amazing occurrences of birthday synchronicity this evening, I was down the shed throwing handfuls of CDs into the basket, including the wrong pile, I noticed as we came into the studio. So the ones that I meant to bring are still down the shed, which adds even more of an air of excitement to the whole thing. I was loading the basket up with tunes, and I pulled one out, looked at it, and thought, we can kick the show off with that this evening. Go back in the house, turn my radio on, and Dave, for his birthday special, has picked the same tune. But I'm not going to let that put me off. Happy birthday, Dave.
Can't stay at home, can't stay in school. Old folks say you're pulling a fool. Stay on the street, I'm the girl next door. I'm the fox you've been waiting for. Hello, Daddy. Hello, Mom. I'm your Jerry Bob. Hello, world. I'm your wild girl. I'm your Jerry Bob. No
This is called Horror Show. Gather round our beds, let's begin. A bait animal is be your pet for the game. And muzz around the mouth, don't let the secret out. Set us upon ourselves, let us go rip to shreds. Hey, hello, welcome to the Horror Show. Hey, hello, welcome to the Horror Show. I see red, I think I'm possessed. Who are my friends? I see red, I'm overstressed. They're not your friends. You listen to the sound of the vicious crowd. This is what they create and teach you how to hate. Hey, hello, welcome to the Horror Show. Hey, hello, welcome to the Horror Show. The Horror Show. The Horror. It's a funny little world. It's funny little games. It's a funny little world. But the joke's on us. Hey, hello, welcome to the Horror Show. 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 Hey, hello, hey, hello, hey, hello, welcome to the Horror
So 3 fine slabs of varied punk to see you into the show this evening.
This is the Liquidizer on Community Radio and on radioactiveinternational.org anytime you fancy, with me, Charlotte.
Me, John.
And tonight we're mixing it up a bit with our format. We're playing random tunes from the laundry basket of CDs, and who knows what will happen. We kicked off the show with Cherry Bomb from the Runaways.
A song that takes me right back to being 12, I've got to say. And we've been watching that programme about
Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah,
We've been watching Freaks and Geeks because it's the only DVD box set that we have left in the house to watch, because we have no internet thanks to the NBN.
And Malcolm Turnbull, bloody Turnbull.
So that's one of the main theme tunes there is from Joan Jett. And I had just had a little look on the web, and there's some tragic news that the Foo Fighters are going to be playing a Nirvana reunion gig with Joan Jett. Now, Joan Jett is one of my heroes, but that makes my heart sink. That is going to be terrible.
It's going to be what?
Terrible.
Terrible, you say. Terrible, you say. Yes. But what wasn't terrible was Billy Ray's there with Horror Show from the Under the Pavement radio show on All FM CD that they put out of all the live acts that appeared on there. Oh, it's excellent. That we played that about a year ago when we first got this CD off what's his name? Dick Cubesville, who one of the presenters on the show, old mate of ours. And then we finished the show with them last week, the Cowboy Killers from Newport in Gwent, with Just One More. Fantastic, the Cowboy Killers. Never saw them, never played with them. Really, why not? That's what I want to know. Where's my time machine? Why did I never see the Cowboy Killers?
Oh dear, your life is somehow not complete.
The stress. You can hear the stress in my voice of having to do this with bloody old-fashioned CD technology, and I've also, to make it worse, is I've got to wear my glasses, which means because otherwise I can't read the tiny print on the back of the CDs, and which means I can't actually see anything else. Hence the fact that there was a few stops and starts there, but we'll get through. We will get through together with you, listeners. We will do it. This is, who is this? Actually, I've forgotten.
You've forgotten already.
This is you, Roy.
Me, Roy.
Just like that. No. So the wind blows, and so the tide gets higher and higher. God bless the soul brothers and sisters. Right now I'm playing real cool. I'm the kind of man who gives up just like that. No. As long as I live, I should never give up. I promise that I will be true. I would never make you blue. Now would I ever turn my back on you, I would say. Somebody the way coming down with me. And no matter what they really ever say, you can hear the brother say. Tell him about it one time, tell him. Every man wants you to be his girl, but I'll wait, my dear, till it's my turn. Just like that. No. Love is lovely, but war is very ugly. I tell you, be cool, brother, be cool. Now dig it on the track. Musical discovery card rock and play exclusive. So does the tide get high, so the wind blows. Every man wants you to be his girl. But I'll wait, my dear, till it's my turn. I'm not the kind of man who gives up just like that. No. single happy song. See the tide gets higher and higher and the wind keep on blowing. That's what the brotherhood got to tell you. Say you would never, never compel you.
You, Roy, tide is high.
So there's a little taster of what is in the laundry basket of hits tonight. You can say hello to us on the Facebook page, The Liquidizer, and let us know that you're listening and digging the tunes, or you could give us a call. Dave Lusby in the UK oh no, he's not. He's in España. He has jumped on the Facebook page and let us know that he's listening.
G'day, Dave.
Also wanted to let you know, John, that he has indeed seen the Cowboy Killers a couple of times, and they were in fact very good. So you have Missed out.
Yeah. Bedis was the singer. I don't know how I know Bedis' name.
How on earth did you remember that?
Yeah.
And Dave also commented on our watching of Freaks and Geeks, giving his approval on that one too.
That's good to know. It's
lovely that you are here, and I hope that you're settling in well in lovely Spain.
Now, I was talking to old friends. I was walking down the road in my lunch break today. I was going to post a letter because, just to wind back a little bit, I'd
post a letter.
I was eating me salad. I had to just to wind back a bit further from that.
Oh, because the listeners have got to hear this story.
I went to go to work this morning. I'll get me lunch out of the fridge. I'm not saying who. I'm not saying who it was, but someone had come home pissed last night. Probably pissed last night.
Someone tall, lanky, and of the male gender.
Who lives in our house and eaten my packed lunch. And so I had to make a really, really crappy salad for me out of sort of, like wilted vegetable salad. But not wilted in any professional chef way. Wilted like it's been in the drawer too long with vegetables.
Sad.
Yeah, it was sad. But I did spice it all up with a partially black avocado and half a tin of lentils. So I made it a bit posh. I poshed it up a little bit. Right? But anyway.
I'm so relieved that you managed to have a mildly pleasant lunch after that.
And anyway, I was reading a book, and I can't remember what the book's called. Tales from the Punk Side, it's called. It's a collection of various writings about punk.
Alistair Gordon, if I remember rightly.
Ooh, listen to you with your memory cells still working. Anyway, I'm reading this story about squatting in London in the 80s, and there's a very thinly disguised recounting of the tale of Connor and Teresa, where Teresa gave birth to Rui in the flat, and then they moved to Ireland and lived in a train station. And I thought, bloody hell! I thought, Connor and Teresa, our old friends.
So they'd use different names in the telling of the story, and the story was more detailed than that about squatters and punk resistance.
Yeah.
But the whole point of it being that you recognised who it was.
Yes. And so I thought, so I can't get in touch with Connor because I can't find his email. I'm not on Facebook anymore, and he's on Facebook and I'm not, which makes me a bit more punk than him, I think. But anyway, I go down, I photocopy it. Obviously not using the works photocopier or an envelope. And I pulled an envelope out of my bag that I just had hanging around, went to post it to him in Ireland, right? So I'm walking down the road, bump into a colleague of mine, a mental health nurse, who says, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to post this letter to my friend in Ireland." I said, "Because I've just been reading a book and it talks all about him and I tell this story, and he's looking at me like I'm experiencing a very well-known, well, not quite a well-known, but a prominent psychotic symptom called ideas of reference, where you believe that things in the media are specifically about you." And I said, "I know it makes me sound like I've got ideas of reference there, Jeff, but I haven't." He said, "I'm very glad to hear it." So anyway, I posted this photocopy of the book to Connor in New Ross.
I like the way that is like, so it's a book all about anarcho-punk DIY culture, and you went right back to the root of it, doing it in a anarcho-punk DIY way with old-fashioned paper and stamps.
And you know what? Whoever invented CDs? Whoever thought CDs were a good idea? Can I just ask? Can somebody explain it to me? They're so hard to use on in little radio stations. But anyway,
I think that's because you haven't got the right button on, Bab, as well. To be fair,
there was all that, isn't there?
Yeah.
All buttons everywhere. Let's try this. This is a good one for anybody. I'll chuck this one out to anybody who used to watch The Tube and see Roddy Frame sing this on there with his guitar every bloody week.
I've got all the love and beauty in the spirit of the night, and I'm holding my ticket tight. Stupidity and suffering are on that ticket too, but I'm going down the dip with you. Swear I'm touched, but then I'm tired of everyone who tries to tie me. I seem to realize my cup overflows. I tumble down and take your hand and no one even knows. With the broken backs and the pack of Max saying that's the way it goes. I've got all the love and beauty in the spirit of the night, and I'm holding my ticket tight. Stupidity and suffering are on that ticket too, and I'm going down the dip with you. I've been facing all the rest, I've been chasing all the orange. While the bourgeois breed, all you need is greed and that quiet remembrance stain. I'm gonna pull that chain till the heavens rain and I see them washed away. Cause I bound myself to virtue, but I'm bound to make a move. If it's less than this, you know I can't approve. I've been hanging with the hollow man who never got the groove. Now I'm going down the dip with you. And I've got all the love and beauty in the spirit of the night, and I'm holding my ticket tight. Stupidity and suffering are on that ticket too, and I'm going down the dip with you.
Collection of fine little friends you have made, hitting the tables without you again. No, we'll wait, no, we promise we'll wait. Chin makes these excellent sewing machines out of common industrial waste. She spends a few months at a time on the couch, but she's safe. She wears shades, she wears shades. Oh, but no one can stare at the wall as good as you, my baby doll. And your aces for coming along, you're almost human after all. And you're learning that just because they call themselves friends doesn't mean they'll call. They made the comment in jest that you've got the needle. I guess that's the point of it all. Maybe a week in the tropics fire and burn. Oh, but no one can stare at the wall as good as you, my baby doll. And your races for coming along, you're almost human after all. Why on earth would I keep you propped up in here when you so love the fall? Patterns laid out on the bed with dozens of colors of thread, but you've got the needle. I guess that's the point in the end. Well, it's better to waste your day watching the scenery change at a comatose rate than to put yourself in it and turn into one of those cigarette ads that you hate. But while you were sleeping, some men came around, said they had some dimensions to take. I'm not sure what they were talking about, but they sure made a mess of your face. But still no one can stare at the wall as good as you, my baby doll. And your aces for playing along, you're almost human even now. And just 'cause they call themselves experts, it doesn't mean sweet fuck all. They've got the permanent press and the homes with a stable address, and they've got excitement and life by a fistful. But you've got the needle. I guess that's the point of it all. tap drips, drip, 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 tap drips, drip, 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 drip.
So you're listening to The Liquidizer, and you just heard The Cure being fantastic with 10:15 Saturday night.
You forget how good they were.
At times.
At times.
And starting that little bracket off was Aztec Camera with Down the Dip. And you forget how good they were at times. And in the middle
Amanda Palmer
was Post-Sharp Jump, Amanda Palmer. And unfortunately, I put the wrong track on. I tried to like it. I really did. But no, it was too long and too dowdy, that song.
Dowdy?
Dowdy song.
Indeed.
It was a dowdy song. So I'm going to play this track that I was going to play. Oh, I'm going to try and play the track I was going to play.
When I got to the party, they gave me a 40, and I must have been thirsty, cause I drank it so quickly. When I got to the bedroom, there was somebody waiting, and it isn't my fault that the barbarian raped me. When I went to get tested, I brought along my best friend Melissa Mahoney, who had once been molested, and she knew how to get there. She knew all the nurses, they were all really friendly, but the test came up positive. I've seen better days, but I don't care. Oh, I just sent a letter in the mail. When I got my abortion, I brought along my boyfriend. We got there an hour before the appointment, and outside the building were all these annoying fundamentalist Christians. We tried to ignore them. I've had better days, but I don't care. Oasis got my letter in the When vacation was over, the word was all over that I was a crack whore. Melissa had told them, and so now we're not talking, except we have tickets to see Blur in October, and I think we're still going. I've seen better days, but I don't care. Oh, I just got a letter in the mail. Oasis and a photograph, it's autographed and everything. Melissa's gonna wet herself, I swear.
Amanda Palmer from Who Killed Amanda Palmer?
And that is literally my favourite song of hers. And you were very, very lucky that we didn't leave the mics on there, because I was doing my full-on karaoke voice, which is a horror to behold. So you're listening to the Liquidizer Community Radio and radioactiveinternational.org.
Well, we must apologise for the backlog in uploading shows to radioactiveinternational.org, but I'd edited it all down because the NBN/Malcolm problems last week. Lost the whole recording, never got it uploaded. Got to do that again at some time, so they're going to be a bit slow to catch up, I'm afraid.
And we've gone back to the dark ages with a CD show for you this evening, if you're used to our regular format.
Not just CD, but CD.
Both in equal measures. I just wanted to give a shout out to Davey Damaged, who said that he is tuning in. It's all the Daves out there tonight, because Lusby also mentioned, just to clarify, that the book that John was talking about a bit earlier, Tales from the Punk Side, is by Mike Dines and Gregory Bull.
You got it wrong, Charlotte.
I did. You see, I can always rely on Luzza to put me right when I get these things wrong.
He has got the best memory of anybody I've ever met in my life.
Absolutely.
And I'll have edited them out, so there'll just be a bit of a gap there. But we've just played two public service announcements there. One was about a calendar that's for sale. And it's hard to think that people use calendars now. I was reading something in the newspaper this week, online, of course, about polyamory and the current craze for polyamory. Well, it's not fair to call it a craze, is it? The current craze sweeping the nation of polyamory.
It's a fashion statement.
There is a theory that polyamory has developed amongst in modern times because of the invention of Google Calendar. Because without Google Calendar, it wouldn't have been possible. You wouldn't be able to sort your life out to the required extent.
Your time management skills. Maybe I ought to actually increase my Google skills then, because I am so old school that I still use a paper diary. A paper diary, actual hard copy. I cannot organise my life on using a phone or laptop calendar. I just can't do it. I've tried, and I think that paper diaries.
Don't try and make out to the people listening at home that you haven't got several on the go just because you've got a paper diary.
Well, I find paper diary absolutely adequate for juggling my busy social life.
And the second announcement that people when they're listening again won't hear was featured One Punch Danny Green, the famous Australian boxer. Whenever I think of boxing, appalling sport, I think of Paul in Semaphore. A new
friendship that nearly came to an end very, very early on in the proceedings.
Whenever I think of boxing, I think of him. And
why could you want to?
I'm not going to say not battered around the ring. I'm not going to say that joke. It's a horrible joke, horrible old joke. I won't say that. I'm just going to say because they're listening now. Him and Bicky are listening.
Oh, big shout outs to Paul and Bicky, and we'll also give a shout to other local listeners, Kaylon and Lena, who have said hello from Birkenhead.
Hello, Kaylon and Layla. Now, talking to Paul and Bicky, we've been communicating on the line earlier about there's a documentary that's downloadable on SBS called Bad Breath, which is about pollution, and it's filmed in the suburb from Birmingham, of Birmingham, where we were living before we moved to Adelaide, and including notorious butcher Stan, who comes over very accurately portrayed as a irascible. Is it irascible a word? It should be if it's not. Irascible old git.
I'd just like to clarify that by butcher we mean a purveyor of meats.
not a criminal.
Oh dear.
He could be.
I wouldn't put it past him. So that was showing on the ABC last night. It was SBS, sorry, which was really, really lovely to see our old hometown portrayed on Australian television, even if it was for the sake of highlighting its incredible pollution problems.
The kids' primary school was there. Greg's didn't get. He needed it. Just squeezed Greg's out of shot, didn't they?
My favourite pub, the Hare and Hounds, was featured quite prominently.
Wilco's.
So yeah, the high street where we used to live on Australian television.
Oh,
watch it.
days.
Give it a watch.
Hold on, I'm having button confusion here. Oh, it's all gone. It's all gone a bit wrong. I'm going to look again. I'm going to have to put my glasses on.
Oh my God, this is so hilarious. It's like
this is proper Wow FM stuff, this, isn't it? I'm going to look at
two old gits trying to make radio.